All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you had a great Tuesday morning. It was quite a busy one on the markets. So yeah, it's good to see you all. Lekker. It's Christmas month. It's time. Can't believe it's the end of the year. It's crazy stuff. Okay, shall we start? Just refreshing everything on my side. Okay, here we go. All right. So first things first, when we look at what happened this morning, okay, on USD JPY, the market pushed back into yesterday's high volume area, okay, which is this guy over here between these black lines. The market pushed into that area, then we came back out and we can just quickly do this. Okay, and we had a really powerful close with this red candle. You see this red candle, the 10:15 candle. Okay, it's a nice little red candle. We also found some support of resistance at the 200 exponential moving average. So yeah, just a beautiful close out of that high volume area. Okay, if I just drag it out for you to the right hand side. Okay, you can see exactly what I looked at. Okay. So we had a bit of a late entry. You can just remove this. We had a bit of a late entry. We should have entered off of this level already. Okay. We should have already, yeah, took a trade from that area over there. And then we had a bit of a minor breakout out of this trend that continued for quite a while, for this whole morning, actually. And we had a minor breakout, and that's where I placed myself. Okay. So that is actually a really bad entry. I really love reflecting on my trades like this, because I could have waited patient for this guy as well. This red candle, I could have entered over here as well. Okay, so three possible trades that I could have entered off of. But I still obviously have faith in my strategy, because I'm doing it for quite a while now. I've been around the block, and the market pushed down really, really nice. And we just go look at it on a 30-minute time frame. It's actually so beautiful. Because we took out take profit 1 and take profit 2 with only one. Awesome, Brian. Awesome stuff. But yeah, we took out take profit 1 and take profit 2 with one single candle. Now, I am expecting a bit of a retracement towards this low over here. Okay, bit lower. Okay, I'm expecting a bit of a retracement, perhaps into this area, and then continuation. Okay, but I'll still wait because we might perhaps push up even higher. Okay, so yeah, really beautiful trade, super satisfied. So yeah, just quickly running it back for you again. Why did we end off of this trade? We pushed back into yesterday's high volume area, okay, which I marked out with this gold orange box. We entered a bit late. We could have entered over here. We also could have entered over here, 9 o'clock. But we could have looked at an entry here as well, 10:15. But we entered out of this trend line break to the downside. So a bit of a late entry. And you also could have entered again over here. Okay, just beautiful candlestick patterns forming in order for me to take this trade to the downside. Okay, my 2x, my daily goal. So blessed. Mooi, funny. Well done. Okay, and we are already pushing even lower. My ultimate take profit was at 620. Just make sure over here we are 620. So really close to that area. I'll be really aggressive with my third stop loss. So I'll perhaps move my stop loss to just above the 149,500 level, the psychological level. I'll put it just above that so I could still make quite a bit of money when we retrace towards that area. Okay, could even be more aggressive with it. I don't know. It's just the thing that I'll do. Okay, so really simple analysis. Even though I did not host this morning session, I still do my analysis, and I still obviously try and deliver my best. Okay, this should just reset really quickly. There we go. Okay. Ollie. So yeah, jumping to Euro USD. Okay, yesterday we wanted to see a bounce off of the point of control for the previous week. Um, and this is what we got. Okay, beautiful. Oh no, everything but a beautiful reaction of this price level. And we've seen this in the past for the past 2 weeks. So I learned my lesson. I'm just going to wait for really decent confirmations before I look at entering a trade on Euro USD. Oh, when we retrace like towards a point of control or a value area in the future for the next few weeks that's left for this year. I don't like this reaction at all. It's really not that pretty. And I'm super glad I stayed patient. And yeah, you could have looked for a buy. You could have placed your stop loss perhaps just below this value area, and it would have been one of those scenarios like we had the past 2 weeks where we got picked out and immediately it goes the opposite direction. Okay, so we are still almost less or more inside of this value area. So I'm going to stay put for a while on Euro USD until we have uh, a better developed, a trade that developed or will develop even more. Okay, looking at yesterday's analysis on GBP USD. Okay, we had our session at 4 o'clock. We wanted that downwards move, and that's exactly what we got. Okay, we also spoke a bit about a bounce off of this price level, but we also spoke about that we might push immediately through this area and we might see a retracement. And that's exactly what we had, literally 4 o'clock after we looked at our session. A nice trade to the downside. And now currently we are still inside of today's value area. Quite decent reactions off of yesterday's point of control. I just drag it out like this quickly. Quite decent reactions. Okay, as you can see. But yeah, I'm still going to stay a little bit more flat on the Euro USD market as well as the GBP USD market. Okay, and then still going to eye my USD JPY trade. Okay, jumping to crypto. So had a really nice trade yesterday on Bitcoin. Now it was one of those scenarios where you just did your take profit and immediately return back down. So yeah, was really satisfied with this trade yesterday. So what actually happened was we pushed upwards, okay, back into Sunday's high volume area. Look at that reaction. This is not a coincidence. Okay, it's not a coincidence. And we started to flush immediately to the downside. Now I am still extremely bullish on Bitcoin. It's just a matter of time whether I'll get back into Bitcoin to run it to the upper side. Because I'm seeing Ripple is bleeding. Ripple is bleeding today, and my Doge as well. But we'll get to that just now. So analysis, it probably will see a bit of a bigger downwards move. Okay, if we can get a retracement back into today's high volume area, and perhaps see a downwards move back towards 91,000, we go. Okay, but this isn't like really ideal price action, to say the least. Ethereum also, okay, nice reaction at the point of control, pushed upwards, came back down towards the point of control, pushed back up. Don't know why we reacted at this certain level, but we reacted quite like, yeah, this is an impulse reaction to the downside. And we really worked our way through the previous week's point of control. So again, we might see a retracement towards that area and then a continuation down, perhaps back towards the $3,500 level. Okay, Ripple. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Bit of a impulse sell-off as well on Ripple. Okay, yeah, we spoke about this chart patterns that I'll never follow in my life. Um, this was a really good example, but we also spoke about it yesterday afternoon. So yeah, we are bleeding a bit on Ripple. It looks like quite a lot, like down 7.6%, but I mean 7.6% is nothing on a $2.8 market or $2.5 market. Okay, so also take that into consideration. I'm not liking this at all. It looks like a bit of manipulation, which we do often get. But you can see over here, we also had a nice upwards push, came back down, pushed upwards even further. So is this the downturn for Ripple? Are we looking at the $2 level on Ripple again? Or are we going to look for the 3,000, the $3 level on Ripple? Okay. Super interesting stuff over here. No news event, nothing. I'm also not picking up anything from my side on my news sources. Okay. On Dogecoin, we want to see the market push back towards this bit of support, towards this high. It's because I'm super biased on Dogecoin. No, I'm just kidding. But we did have a bit of a reaction. We did push upwards, but we found some great resistance at the 0.42600 level. So really great resistance over here. But still, I'll remain quite bullish on on Doge. I want to see this high. It's bigger, should be taken out. So yeah, quite interesting stuff going on. Jumping to commodities, okay, we had a beautiful upwards move on Brent. Okay, we did push back towards this area of support. We didn't use it as the most beautiful support area. We ranged quite a bit. And then we had that nice upwards move without any clear indication. I think a clear indication would have probably been 7:30 this morning when we had this nice little green candle. This also would have been a great entry, to say the least, to take the trade to the upper side. I'll probably looked at the high of yesterday, and then my take profit too would have been somewhere in the high volume area or the value area. So yeah, we are quite busy on Brent, creating a high, creating a new low, creating a new high. So super interesting. I'll wait for a bit of a more trendy market action to then look for a trade. Okay, jumping to gold. Okay, so we obviously got in on a gold trade yesterday. Market's doing really, really nice. I am super close to take profit too. And then we'll look at take profit 3. We also discussed a possible move from this area during our New York session. We discussed a possible move back towards the point of control for the previous week. Or we also discussed if we can get a nice break to the upper side and we get a reaction, I'll again look for a buy to the upper side, go back towards this nice low volume area on the last week Monday. And also it's the value area low for Monday's volume profile. Okay, so we are still continuing upwards. We finally pushed through, and this is exactly what I wanted to see yesterday. Okay, like just move this to this. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted to see because we already pushed back, obviously, towards the high volume area for the previous week. We are reacting out of it, which means there is quite a bit of demand going on. Okay, pushing price upwards even further. I won't be looking at a trade because I'm currently in this trade and I'm also in my USD JPY trade. So just going to hang in on this one. Okay. So yeah, the market's still pushing up really, really nice on gold as well. Okay, that's going to be it. I've been living under a rock, to say the least. So Joel's influence on gold, it's quite tough. It's quite tough, Anari, because sometimes Joel's could have, yeah, jobless claims. could come in below the previous, and then it's actually quite good for gold in a way, because more people are obviously employed, so they'll have more money to spend on things that shine, like gold. So it's quite tough. That's why I'll always try and manage my trades just before an NFP event or jolts. Um, it's whenever there's something has to do with employment, I'll always just be more cautious with my trades. Okay, because it can go extremely the opposite direction than that it should go. Okay. So yeah, just a bit of food for the soul or food for your mind, if you may. So yeah, quite an interesting day so far. Breaking really nice levels that I've really anticipated for this week. Well, actually for yesterday, and now we are seeing some movement. And it's less hectic than last week. Um, so yeah, I'm quite satisfied with what we are currently looking at. Okay. But that will be it then for our session. Thank you so much to everyone who joined. Thank you so much for everyone to everyone who participated. As always, it is super appreciated. And I will then see you tonight for our specialized event. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Be blessed. Take care.